was to be with someone, I know how I would feel if I'm with you and you're still having that close tie with your ex.
There's a way you would cement back this relationship with your ex, and it turns out to be.
Anything about your ex should be at the barest minimum. There's no need going back to them like, okay, I want to make my head. No. Those certain things because you feel you need to do them.
You respect
your boyfriend.
Partner, you know.
What if the girl is not in a relationship?
That's a different case. You can do what you want to do. You can do anything. If you're not in a relationship,
you can join with
anything you want to do.
You guys might still come back again. And...
It is yet another beautiful edition of the Facts and Rants. My name is Elvis Vitalis. You can call me the vibe of the airwaves. And yes, we have beautiful, handsome, very, very intriguing individuals that will be joining us on this segment. And of course, my co-host, she's also in the building. But today certainly is going to be very, very different from what it used to be, especially on the previous segment. Today's topic will be talking about relationship, right? But this has to do with the actions around various relationships that we will be diving into, right? So before I go further, I have with me in the building, I have our guest who happens to be a serving copper and of course a civil engineer.
By profession.
He goes by the name Mr. Bill.
Mr. Bill.
Look at him. I know he's single, right? You're free to throw your shorts.
Don't take my line. He's not leaving. He belongs to me.
Throw your shorts.
I've already thrown mine and he grabbed it.
And the reason I'm saying this is because at the end of this video, his contributions definitely will be very, very surprising and very intriguing.
As a man who has experience.
You want to go into, through the info. And of course, I also have my co-host, who happens to be Luchi. She calls herself the deepest daughter of...
The big wife of Port Harcourt. Please don't reduce my spin. Yes, my name is Luchi, aka the big wife of Port Harcourt City. And yes, you're welcome to yet another edition of Facts and Rants.
Okay, so what you did there. It's good. It's all right. So now we're diving into the topic properly. So before I go in to the topic of the day, relationships basically has taken a different tone in this 21st century. You will agree with me, especially with what is happening around the social media, which happens to be one part of which influences the diverse kind of relationship, from the preliminary stage of the relationship, the courting stage of relationship, the dating stage of relationship, even in the marriage properly. There's like a lot of changes right here. And these are what we'll be looking at for today. And we have very fascinating questions to throw. But before I do that, we'll be looking at this topic, which is boundaries, jealousy, and privacy in complexification of modern relationship. Can this or will this or how can it really affect relationship in question? Now we'll be looking at one of the very, very vital questions, which is, should your partner have access to your social media accounts and messages in the name of trust? Or is that an invasion of privacy? That is the first part we'll be giving it.
Shaking the table.
You really keep digesting it.
Shaking table.
So we really want to know because everybody has their principle. It might work for me, it might not work for you, but we want to know what your take in this particular question is, Mr. Bill.
Okay, that should your partner have access to your social
media account?
It's no. Okay. Although it's not a really like a direct answer, but if it works for you, then fine. For me, I think it's a no. Like I know my social media manager. You are not
right.
So what will you be looking for? I think once it gets to the point where you want my resume, let's maybe we're running like let's say use the podcast for instance, we have a podcast like a relationship podcast also where then we can both have access to the accounts and for my personal account. It's not as if maybe I'm hiding anything. I'm trying to keep anything from you, but once it gets to the point where you want to have access to it, it shows you don't trust. if I'm asking you, let me see your phone.
But don't you think that if you're in a relationship, right? Because I've seen like various relationships that the both partners have joint accounts, bank accounts. Like if you can have joint bank accounts, why can't you also share logins of your personal account? Because this has to do with your money. This is personal, right? So what is there? I mean, if you trust me to the core that I should know you and you should know me, you call it love, you call it respect, then there's no skeleton in the cupboard, obviously, for us to hide. So that means I know virtually all the persons that calls you, and you know all the persons that calls me.
One particular example you're giving about account, the difference of people. Because
really,
Lauren, the difference of you got together.
There are issues that are raising up from their personal accounts, but about divorce cases because of the account. Like,
Exactly.
why did you touch the money? You're not supposed to do this and not like this. And again, when it comes to account, like the bank account, everything you do is controlled. Like we know that there's a reason why we have this account. Maybe the savings account, the trust fund for the children, or something. So we're just putting in money, you know, or maybe it's an account for how do I say for groceries or something like that. You know, like, okay, we're only taking out money, pulling out money from this account, so we want to do this particular thing. And if you go contrary to that,
yes.
But you know, before you even go ahead opening that account, it says that there's a signatory from the both parties.
Of you have to be
so it's not like it's something that I can just sign and go to the bank. It doesn't work. They have to be like a penny signature from the both parties, and then they would allow me to go there. But for us to build the level of trust to that level, that means that we are all like we have one vision, we have one focus on something.
I think at this point, for me, it's also. Let me take off my glasses first. Yes. Now, just asking me to give you access to my social media account. No way. I am not cheating or anything, but people can misinterpret conversations.
But do you know that? Yeah. Sorry. Do you know that there's a way your spouse will behave on social media? Like, there's a way someone who you're thinking will behave. And you have a person who it will raise concern to you that you want to know what is happening, what is giving her that mind to do this thing on social media.
No.
And of course, when you see the kind of comment flooding in, right, you would obviously want to doubt. You obviously want to raise eyebrows and be like, if, for instance, my girlfriend, my fiance, or whoever I'm courting is posting all of those, you know what I'm talking about? Those.
You get him.
Always dancing, always tweeting, always. And when you go to the comment section, oh God of mercy. This is not insecurity. This is not anything. This is just you being careful, you knowing what you want and knowing if truly there's still a level of faithfulness there. Do you get? Because I don't think there's really a problem. Because first off, for there to be a person to want to look at your account, that means, or get access to your account, I feel like that is like the highest level of love here. It's nothing else.
Nah. I came with broom.
I feel like it's the highest level of love.
That means I came today to sweep you.
Bro.
Understand? I came with broom.
Bring that level of love.
Yeah, it's a low level.
You said something there a bit contradictory to what you were saying there. Now you say seeing all those posts and everything. That means you have this trust. This trust growing. It's growing.
Bro.
Growing. For you to want to have access to it.
I knew, for instance, I knew this girl from way back. We started dating. That she's good, she's everything. And in the space of 6 months, she's changed to somebody I don't know.
Baby.
And you tell me.
Change is always constant.
No, even long before this time, we have our both social media handles. We go through our, like, if they send a message, I get the beep on my phone. I know what is happening. Do you understand? And all of a sudden, she's posting videos. And I am seeing comments. And you're telling me that I should...
they find you go see them.
Yeah, I need to I need to look at it, and that shouldn't just end there. If you see this, what should be the next step?
You want to have access to it. Can you handle what you
Can you handle it? Are you ready for the tears? I can't be buckets.
If she's in a relationship and while you're seeing what you're seeing there, and she's like, "Now I'm dating you in the relationship,"
what if it's nobody you?
And if the girl is like,
why did they look at me? What if he doesn't marry? See, I get the whole idea of maybe your partner having access to your social media account, but then it can flood different kinds of thoughts. You see that whole insecurity thing? Your partner having constant access to your social media account, what as a girl, what as a guy, it will begin to flood. What if this person is doing this? The way she replied that boy, the way can't you hear Chike's song? Say the way you dress, the way you smile. That's what you do for me. So I'm beginning to think.
Even the Bible says, flee from temptation.
Temptation.
So that's in itself the temptation. Now you might be doing this with, okay, I just want to have access to it. Like, they would not come of this choice. But once you start seeing things coming, like if you are dating a fine girl, dating a fine girl, definitely you know that guys will be treating them.
Talk to me directly. If you're dating me.
They're also, you calm down. and there are also guys that are like more attracted to girls when they're in a relationship. That's not my point of view. If you tell me you're in a relationship, that is when I'll be more interested in you. If you are single, I'm just like, okay, maybe there's nothing interesting about it. But if you're in a relationship, I'd like to like, that is the temptation. And I want to see what after you can do. This is like the first time I'm hearing this. It's not the first time, right? It's the first time. Okay, it's the first time.
It's not the first time I'm hearing it though. Tell people are interested in sugar daddy.
Meaning that I have body brothers around me.
If you're in a relationship, that's like, it's kind of like, that's a different thing. So you see these guys now wanting to like trope into her at the end and sending her messages and the rest. And most of you don't expect her to be like rude and don't start telling them up.
Get out or something like that.
You have told them already, you might have told them that I have a boyfriend already. You will see that message. But once the conversation starts going, keep saying everything. You start saying those even you, with your high level of trust,
you begin to think.
You are human. You're only human. So the best thing is to avoid these situations.
Avoid wahala.
Avoid it. Now, if you're dating someone worried, like, she will even want to my phone, look at what this guy is saying.
It's a different thing.
It's even when she shows you most times.
She will not show you everything.
Even if she shows you everything, you start having that like you start having double thoughts and about the whole thing. They come to talk of when you are just saying you're just waiting patiently.
You will just leave your Bitcoin.
You won't even have what you are doing. Like you can't focus on what you're doing. You're just waiting to see how like what will she tell you. And if you are someone who can like hold yourself, you might even be prompted to reply, and that you are also crossing your boundary because like it's a personal space, it's a personal life. When it comes to point, like you say, that devil signifies to it, the signifies to it. So we both compare everything. When it comes to your social media, you don't control what's coming in. You don't. And but you don't say you don't control what's coming in because it's more like garbage in, garbage out. First off, you give out the people for them to spend something back to you.
Some people which means that abstract.
If, for instance, the girlfriend in question, she's like a motivational speaker, you understand, she always encourages people, sending out of all this motivational stuff, skill acquisition, tips, updates on tech jobs and all of that, for instance, like, obviously you will not even see on the comment section, you will not see people telling you, I love you, you're cute. What you'll be saying is,
interested.
I'm interested.
There will still be one particular.
How can I do this? How can I do that? Where would I do this?
I bet to disagree with you.
No.
You get, but if she's that person, right? The chances of people sending her love and all of that will be like
minimal.
Will be very minimal. Okay. But if she's that person that is always showcasing lifestyle, showcasing beauty and all of that, showcasing trending stuff on out, you know what I'm talking about? There will be tons of men on her DM. There will be tons of men on her comment section. You're cute. You're fine. Especially when she wakes up in the morning. This new vlog that most of these girls do currently. They would want to show you that in the morning when I wake up in the morning. I clean my face. I go to the bathroom. I bathe. The very first day you do that,
relationship, it's far going.
All right. Okay. Let's say something.
Yes, I want to pass my own. What you say, I carried my came with an old broom packer. The whole idea of giving access to your man, your social media account, you should be ready that at that point in time you don't text another boy, because you now giving him access to your social media account. My dear, you should be ready to start ignoring guys. Let it be that okay, he's seen only their messages, he's not seeing yours. But you say, especially when you're in that particular part of your youthful exuberance, this guy, this girl, this one is texting me. Because even as us now, we still have females who texting us. Do you understand? We still have females. Me, I still have girls who text me. You're beautiful. Let's meet up. Things like that do exist. And when my boyfriend says that kind of thing, I'm like, so you're actually a girl kind of person. And before you let me explain, the anger you don't go far. Do you understand? So I prefer you not.
Go best now.
Just better of do not
person.
rest. So for me, I prefer just you have your phone. I won't check yours. My mom always says that it's best way to have a happy marriage. Don't check your husband's phone, so you don't have to cry. For me,
all right. So moving forward to the next question. Is jealousy in a relationship a sign of love and care, or is it toxic trait that destroys trust?
Everything is moderation now.
Is jealousy in a relationship a sign of love and care,
moderation.
or is it a toxic
if you pass, not be love.
I feel like if you love someone, if you claim to love someone, and you're not jealous, then you don't love them.
Exactly.
But now, where the issue is how you react to it. You don't control jealousy. You don't. You might see something that normally you like you don't do, but that particular thing just feel it. But how you react to it, almost like you give things time, you pass. So you're like, you digest it. After some time, like that was nothing.
That was nothing. Go ahead.
But how you react to it, that's what really matters. You hear people say that I'm a jealous type. And believe that I'm
women.
But the Bible says that first off, we are created with the image and likeness of God.
Yeah, really.
Yes,
but not everybody in the kingdom.
The jealous God, which means that invokes the first commandment, which means you don't have any other God aside me. That is still true. That still boils down to the love. Meaning you have to love him with all your heart and all your mind. And now bringing that to relationship, of which we are made of his likeness, which means we have the trait of God. And the jealousy there, that invokes love, or that is between to love, right? If there isn't an atom of jealousy in love and in a relationship, see, I don't think that I just said an atom. I didn't say like you should all be there, like you should be very visible. You should be able to. There are things your girlfriend can do, and you'll be like, for instance, there's a way a guy would fuck your girlfriend or your wife, and you'll be like, when they're done, you'll be like, babe, is that your ex?
Why is the ex receiving shades?
Because that should be the only reason, and I can understand. Do you get?
I don't even understand.
I would really understand that, but I'll ask a question that would clear everything. Like, if this is your ex, it's in the past, and this here should not repeat itself again, right? Because we are in the present right now, and that's had gone. That's like yesterday. This is today. So, because if you should do this in my presence, or you should talk like this, what about I'm not around?
Exactly.
Who knows what goes down? Do you get?
Even to the ladies, like you hugging the guys hugging their ex-girlfriends.
And also to the ladies, there's a way a guy would love a girl to the extent that you don't face that atom of jealousy. They could just carry you catch play to be like, they sometimes expect you to be like, that jealousy should be in every man. There's a way you behave to your girlfriend, like she'd be like, yes, I have a guy. You get, you're going out, you're dressed up in some sort, and your guy should be able to tell you, why are you going to dress up, and why are you dressed in this manner? That is jealousy. That is not.
It's not insecurity. It's jealousy.
It's jealousy, because if you're dressed classic, he's going to compliment you. But if you're dressed in some sort, you'd have it in the back of his mind that, if be like, they go. And other guys would have their eyes on you or something to get. This is like my POV, right? So I just feel like, for me, an atom of jealousy in a relationship is healthy. Just an atom.
Just small.
An atom.
Like I said, everything is moderation. If you begin to overdo things, and if you know that this person easily gets you jealous and is not remorseful, I don't advise this kind of relationship. You know, your partner knows this way they do, like, it will get to you. They know fully well it will get to you, but they still do it regardless. That relationship is not healthy at all.
For Bill, your previous relationship, what was it like?
Yeah, should I tell you?
Was it that the relationship itself had like jealous?
Because I just asked him this morning if he was single, and he said yeah, and I'm like, why? I knew we had a sister before, so we want to hear.
What was it like? Is it that jealousy was more was at the height, or it was minimal? Because I feel like what really causes most relationship to break is when the jealousy is not even the number one, or when the jealousy is at the height, at the peak of it.
At the peak of it.
No. I say something like that. That if you are not even jealous, you don't really be taken. So how you react to that jealousy?
It's the most important thing.
Personally, you ask me direct question, so I'm going to direct that. I pride myself in being like, look at react. Okay, so even with the jealousy, I get jealousy, but I don't really react to it. I might even be jealous, you might have done something like, that got me jealous like a week, or even more, just like later on, I don't be like, so this will be the just randomly, just playing on it. So I don't think jealous has ever been an issue in my relationship. The issue of being jealous, when I was jealous. Most times I don't even even like bothered about this stuff. But regardless, whether you're jealous or not, relationship won't the feeling.
But would you eventually use the past of the past of
relationship
of your girlfriend, her past, to kind of use that with judgment through against her in terms of jealousy? For instance, it rained heavily, and she was supposed to come back to the house, and she did not come back until it was time past the exact time to come back home. It's raining, and probably there was no cab or anything, and only for you to come out of the window to look at how far the night was gone. You're seeing that exact car with her ex dropping out of. What exactly you feel? Yeah.
The ex alone is instigating enough. Like, what will you be doing with your ex? See, your ex is your past.
Ex.
Wait, you're not even about the rain that fell, the heavy downpour.
I'm not even about the rain that fell again. It's about the ex. Unless maybe there's a business linking you guys together. What? Like a business that involves funds are coming in.
No, man.
I don't see any reason for you guys to be hanging out. Okay, fine. Maybe you guys still talk once in a while. It's okay. I'm fine. I'm cool.
But what if you saw her on the road?
So that means does it mean that whatever excuse or reason she gives you will not take it because it was her ex that got that?
Wow. Extra funds in the building.
Now, my reaction to it will be different. Now, you might say this thing, I might just like this thing, I'm planning about it. But big them, I'm not taking that in the
ouch.
It was raining heavily.
Cat
and dog.
What do we get?
What if he was passing on the road now?
Those both what do they call it?
The
drive. They're not available.
The
network was very bad.
Exactly.
The route to your house is usually flooded when it rains.
Yes.
And she needs to see you that day. And probably while she's coming out, or maybe she's already outside and she can't even go back to her house. She can't move, or she rather waits till the rain fall. And the rain, it doesn't look like what is ending.
Yeah.
Only for her to see the guy moving, just driving. And she decided to stop the guy and get beside you. That is not enough excuse.
No, you can take that away. So I won't sound like I'm eating one.
No, he said, from what he said, he said he doesn't believe.
I will still have that doubt.
Okay, you have that doubt.
What if it's the first time it's happening? Like,
I will still have that.
What if it's the first time, like an ex is crushing?
If it's the first time, okay, we can
align.
But you said, because your question now was judging out the past. So that means this maybe something that is recurring again.
No, judging out the past is that she had already told you that she dated this guy and they broke up and everything. And you eventually saw the guy drive your vehicle back to the house like months after this thing has happened. You guys you guys are like 6 months old in a relationship. And you just suddenly one day saw that same guy
It's the first time that we can align. It is the first time.
So that means this should be the second time. The rain should be the second time.
No, the rain. No, that's. I'm giving you instance of the rain that did that.
Okay, that was the first time.
It's the first time.
The first time, okay.
But when it becomes a recurring attitude, yes, then you can raise
that should be the first one.
That's another thing. But for me, do you feel like people should cut off their ex entirely because they broke up?
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
It depends
on how the breakup.
Depends on how the breakup happens. Yeah.
It depends.
It depends.
Because if it's a mutual understanding, like, okay, I fell out, you fell out, everybody can go.
No, you see, like, I'm going to, like, I still talk with my ex.
Okay.
Yeah, my ex. Yes.
Not my ex, my she do more of the wishing and today. But we still talk. I'm still like cool. At first, while we started talking in the when she was like, I was still pissed and everything. But as time went by, I'm like the point.
What's the point?
What's the point? But that closeness lies, especially I'm with someone. If I was to be with someone, I know how I would feel if I'm with you and we are still having that close time with your ex.
But there is this thing that wood firewood you catch fast. Meaning, there's a way you would cement back this relationship with your ex, and it turns out to be.
Definitely, you cannot avoid the couple's law if you ever try it.
But I wasn't even going
there. You cannot avoid the couple's law.
Like
Me, I definitely know you cannot avoid the couple's law. So the best thing for me is anything about your ex should be at the barest minimum. Like, it should be at the barest, because
this is where you apply discipline.
Exactly, because if you have actually moved, there's no need going back to like, okay, I want to make my head. No. Those certain things, because you feel you need to do them.
Respect
your boyfriend.
Partner, I know. Maybe
what if the girl is not in a relationship?
That's a different case. You can do what you want to do. You can do anything. If you're not in a relationship,
you can join with anything. You guys might still come back again and
exactly. But if you're with a man or a girl at that time, do you know? I see someone was saying that she has been in her boyfriend's house. Sorry, excuse. And she has been in her boyfriend's house that the ex came to cook. And then somebody's telling her, why you going? Why you not go boil rice, eat the stew? So things like that are disrespectful. If you're done with your ex, if you're not done, just be single. Don't move into something else, because I don't need to battle ex like that. Though. I'm not the ex. I'm not ex the phone. So, let's be guided.
So
X-Men.
Would you be okay if your partner worked with somebody who had a crush on them?
Yeah, like their boss.
Yeah,
it could be their boss. It could be It could be a coincidence. It could be anybody.
Like after since you are dating a fine girl, instance.
Like me.
Okay, like me. Are you happy now? If you are dating a fine girl, there's no way she won't have guys coming after her, even there still. So there's some situations we can't control. You know? So, but what you can only you can't even control that. But what your partner in turn can control is how our response, yes. How she react, how she behaves towards them and everything. But you and your own party can't control. You have to accept it. If not, you have to be jealous of the next man walking on the road. Because the big man we get, now they walk out for the road. Eyes go turn.
Nah. You want to carry umbrella? Take me for instance.
Eyes go turn.
Take me for instance.
Take you for what?
I hate these people I'm watching with.
You want to do it for the camera.
Is that right?
So you mean because this thing boils down to some level of jealousy. You understand? So if you have a crush, let's say your girlfriend just told you that I love this actor, I love this actor, I love this actor, and she's a makeup artist. She loves this actor, and eventually someone reached out to her that they're probably casting somewhere, or they're shooting somewhere, and they need
makeup artist.
And when she got there, it happened to be that the artist. The actor. The actor she's crushing on is on set, and she's the one.
At his feet.
You remember?
And immediately she just saw the guy. She went out and be like, Allah called them, like, wait, guess what?
You be like, hey, busy. That guy I told you, Mike, What kind of more kind of matter now? Which kind of problem it is?
He's there. I'm making him a brand, baby. I cannot believe this.
At that point, she'll be like,
Can't breathe.
What would you do?
Oh my. What can I do?
My God.
What can I do? What can I do?
What would you do? Be very honest.
I will never
So
do.
what can I do? What can I? I'm
Don't
not
do
here with
anything,
her.
not there.
You can't do anything.
Me, I feel whatever you.
So you
Which
call
one
her,
can come back?
you call her, and then the
Come back.
next number you're calling.
It's not available at the moment. Please try
I want
again.
to believe that you guys are in an intense studio session,
Okay.
makeup session. Yeah.
Okay. And so, not for us to make the matter worse,
Mm.
you all know movie acting might
Yeah, it's
take
happening.
1
3
week,
hours.
2 weeks, 1 month pending.
Okay.
And then they decide to contract her fully for the movie, for the makeup stuff. And she did not tell you this, like, came in impromptu, right? And she had already gone that day. Only for her to return back to the house, to pack up her things, and then you guys have like this conversation. And you're like, how did you do it? And everything is like telling you a story. Oh, baby, he's cute, he's handsome, he's this, he's that. And she now eventually brings it up to that. After moving to the what's the word they call it?
Set.
The location.
Yeah,
the location. Yeah, and I'm going to stay there for like the 1 week or 2 weeks.
Well, that's good. No, they give man joy.
What would be your reaction?
First, I want to believe that there should be a level of trust.
Exactly.
And you know your partner. Okay? So even if you trust your partner, you still know the kind of person you are dating at the end of the day.
Because you said unless, I know I asked a similar question. You said unless it's bringing money. So this one now I want to bring money. Let us say. No. See, I can't stop you at the end of the
It's
day.
our business now.
It's your business. And that's why if I'm dating, I want a personal growth and everything. Okay. So I can't stop it. But if I know the kind of person I'm dating, before you go more, taste tricky.
What will you tell her?
This one your body don't be pepper you like this.
Pepper will sweet you like this.
It will suit you now. You don't vibrate.
Okay.
I know it's I call it
Video copy.
video call.
That means you don't trust her now. How will you be calling her video call?
That's why he said if you know the kind of partner you have.
You are dating.
Okay, let's assume you know the partner you're dating.
And she's that way.
And is it that way of that kind of partner or the other kind of partner?
The other kind of partner.
And that means she be better person.
So you know that kind of partner better. You just like,
You go drop some rules and regulations
you
for
just see
us.
drop any
Okay.
there should be an understanding. Okay, I believe your partner should even know. If the partner knows, like maybe your son will get jealous and everything. That excitement should be pocketed.
Exactly.
I know she should be able to tell when she's happy and everything, but she should reduce the way she goes about. It's so cute. I think I can't believe I'm working.
Imagine Nigerian girls with Korean guys.
But you don't. You go marry the
That guy was trending in Nigeria. See, the truth is, for every relationship, understand your partner.
Understand your partner.
Understand him. If you feel at the beginning, forget physicalities, but if you feel like this person cannot communicate, but it's not worth it though.
At the end of the day, communication is key.
It's key.
Yeah. Communication is big. Actually, able to communicate. Most people like to we're having a conversation before we start the and most guys like to be like rules and regulations. This is what I call it. This is what I don't understand. If it's what works for you,
you go with it.
Go with it.
It's not what works for you. Leave it.
Along the line, as the relationship is going,
you
can understand each other. Like I don't like it. Before you even come to the point where you are like, you and I, we are dating. You be my girlfriend, will I be my this, that, whatever it is you are doing. I believe you guys must have understood and known each other to an extent. So you should know that, this person doesn't tolerate this. Okay, you can take this book and extent or something like this, or she can understand, vice versa. So I believe that actually, if you know your partner, but you know your partner is that kind of person, you can cope with it. If you cannot cope, come up with it.
Come up with it.
If you know you can manage it, then you know you should go for something like that. People
and you know that she's business minded too, you shouldn't be scared.
And if you know she's someone that who is like she's professional.
Her money should be fine.
And then again, most times you know this celebrity, most of them are actually very like, what let's say.
They are annoying for me, Shao.
I believe most of them like to be very like because professional with the controversy. Even they don't want to be professional, they have to be professional by God. Because there's so many things training, they don't know who might take pictures of you and everything. And so they're very careful. They also be very careful. Understand?
All right.
Okay.
This conversation is becoming very interesting.
The heat.
Now, before you go into the relationship, you find out that there's certainly going to be like some rules, certain rules and regulations for both of you, right? Where you tell yourself this, I want this, I want that. That's like in the beginning stage of the relationship. And now your girlfriend tells you that I have the kind of girl that has male friends.
I will answer this one.
Two male friends that are very handsome, like male friends where if they come out, you say you know rich. Male friends where home money pass.
Yay, inshallah.
And they are always all
up and about.
You get
everything making your face tiger.
And then she's letting you know beforehand that I hope she know the mind. And most times they'll be coming to the house to visit.
Okay.
They'll visit and
let me take my microphone.
What would you know? I want to get speak then you can now do your
thing.
What would be your thing?
Before we get to that level where you say love grows with time.
There are some females that will tell you that they don't have female friends. Maybe because of the nature of most of them, when they give birth to them, they grew up with boys.
No, that's why most of them maybe they had issues with females and females.
So they just keep that. And sometimes when you get to look at kind of relationship, you see sincerity in those relationships. Some.
That's why they are raised our relationship. Like, okay, you have male friends, it's fine, but that issue of them coming to the house, you can't do that. You don't do that too. You don't like me, okay, I want to say question first. We'll be fine if my female friends come like that. If you are cool with that, no issue, it's okay to be cool with them. Bring you on and bring my own. Like,
that is no longer a relationship. That is now an open relationship.
Okay, now.
Okay.
The thing is, okay, now. He calls me Cartel. We went to secondary school. Now we got into secondary university and we became, one day for the group. I think like five guys at the end of the day. I was the only girl. Looking at it, and it was more like we always used to meet every day. From in fact, year one was the worst. We needed to do anything now. Only with a day. Just the waka. Now the thing is, as me now, that kind of person now, when you grow up, you have to grow up with maturity. You're not breaking out from those friends of yours, but you have to understand that those friends of yours will still have their own relationships to keep. Now, I would not say because I'm getting married now, I will cut off bills as my friend. But there's a way I will move with there's a way I will carry it. I'm carrying it because number one, the man that is dating you, even if he's not married to you, he is the head of that relationship. So if he cannot value the head, then why don't you stay with your male cartels? And then when they get married, you now be like, me lose. So at that point in time now, if there are things you should cut off as a woman, I'm talking to the girls alone now. If you're dating a man, the first thing is respect. If you say, okay, you're here because of money, even if he doesn't have the money or he has it too, respect is key because him being a man dating you, even the Bible says women are to be supportful. They are the neck. Let me use that word. So you cannot challenge the neck because you are a woman. No. So if you have those kind of cartels, yes, you've told him. Now, if they even come to the house by mistake, mind what you wear. Mind how you sit. Mind how you jump on there. You're no longer single again. If you were single, you can do all those things, but they don't even have to come to your house. They are not hungry. If you want to meet outside and sit out. Your partner can follow you. But just give respect to the man for me.
Wow.
Application open.
So in other words, you're saying that it's not acceptable.
It should be in moderation.
It should be in moderation. And respectful as well.
For both male
and female, yes.
Just male.
Yes. Even he doesn't even know my house. I don't even know his house today. But we'll be together in secondary school. Because our outings are outside. Thank you, my mother sees me any day or sees me. There will be no much question in the house. Do you understand?
So then in relationship, right? Do you think that whilst you're dating or something, there's some certain things you should always hold by you, no matter what it is?
Yeah.
In relationship or in a relationship. Because I feel like the fact you love somebody, you should be open to the person. So maybe because of transparency, you need to be open to the person so the person gets to see who you are and everything. So did you feel like in a relationship you have to hold some certain things private to yourself? You don't have to.
You don't have to tell your partner.
Yeah, tell your partner, let your partner know everything. You just have to say this one. If she doesn't have to know about it, this should be mine.
Your secret. Okay. No, I'll let you go first. Okay, let me start. Yes, I feel like there are things you keep to yourself. Now, there's this random adage that women have that they will tell you it doesn't matter how many ex you had, it's not necessary to your partner. I don't know how many people he works for, you understand? But there are certain things, most especially some women who actually grew out of abuse. You understand? That grew out of abuse. I do not see a reason why, especially maybe you actually had a good progression. It's not something that affects you psychologically. Some people do not know how to process information. You can tell somebody that, oh, you're a rape victim, and they see you in a different light, even if they claim to love you. Because not all human beings are actually matured. So some certain level of information, just keep it to yourself. If you've been in a relationship where your ex used to abuse you and beat you, and you've outgrown it, mark my word, I said outgrown it, you're not living in that past. Your current partner does not need to know, because it may even give him that privilege of you doing what your ex did because you knew that you took rubbish from him. Do you understand? So some certain information, even sometimes I feel like your finances should be kept at minimal too. How much you make is not, except when you get married to the person. But for me, keep an open relationship about how much you make, but it should not be everything, because some people take advantage and now be like, oh, because I think a guy said his girlfriend found out that he was earning 800K and she began complaining he was giving her monthly 50K because she didn't know he was earning that much. So sometimes you don't have to tell them everything, so people do not take advantage of you. So those things you feel like you should keep, your spirit and soul is telling you to keep to yourself. Just listen to your inner man and keep it.
Okay. I think I agree with you on this. We part of the getting everything. There are many things that like it's a must, you must tell them, but not everything. There are most things like if it doesn't have any,
Security implication.
yeah, any place with that relationship.
Illegal that would
Yes.
You keep it to yourself without to tell them. You don't need other information. You what I call too much information. I say this is thing and I'm like,
Yeah, it's too much. You're telling me too much.
I don't want to know that. Although I'm someone who like, oh, what you were doing.
Inquisitive.
Yeah, I like to know, but there's also a limit. The things I want to know, I don't want to know like everything. I don't want to know like that. And then again, it depends on if you feel like you want to tell your partner everything you want to reach you need to understand what you're dating. Understand his or her maturity.
His response.
To process information, like you said. If you know that this is someone that,
Wahala go deal.
Because if you don't know your partner to that extent, then what are you saying? They're just dating for the fun of it. So I believe you should know your partner to the extent where you know that in partner this one now, you need to feel yourself. There is kind of this lesson for instance that maybe a bit kind of like the mom is born
God, there is mommy.
Maybe even necessary that doesn't even understand this kind of thing. Maybe
go for the Yoruba boys.
Mama don't give my orientation on our ban is about.
Yes, so
he has that kind of orientation. Either come and tell me more how like how many my former relationship when sex we used to do this, we used to do that.
They used to tie me rope.
There's no way the way you see her
will change.
Or as a guy, you tell one they are dating somebody who you know like all that of the sex kind of person, and maybe I like dominating
figures.
I like to dominate you, I like the dominator kind of thing. I mean,
no,
especially for those guys, I don't think I don't do that. Where you like a really good okay. Whatever works for anybody. Like, and then you are telling us a girl now that has this mentality like a man should be a man. A man should. There's no way that the way she sees you
will not change.
No matter she might try to like, but you should decide to stay in that relationship. Things will come up in the future. Yeah. I believe anything that is not trusted will definitely have an impact.
Okay, sorry to chip in. I think there was this guy when I traveled. The guy like to ask me out, but he's always very free to have this kind of conversation of girls he actually had events with, older women, young, and he would explicitly give you, and some of these girls, they are on the street. You can see them. So anytime I'll be like, you see that POS girl? Anytime I remember that POS guy, you remember when you told me about the girl. And now you come in to ask me out, and I'll be like, so in case I do something with you, the next person will hear my story. So I said, oh, Lloyd, it's not working at all. Even if he tells me he wants to marry me, it will not work, please.
But don't you feel sometimes that not informing them, I wouldn't really say that this is the problem, because most of this secret per se might just be what is actually affecting you as a person. And sometimes you letting some person into your dark side isn't just because you want to let them mock you or see you as a very bad person. Might just be one way of you, like asking for help. And they might want to, like, extend a helping hand. Like for someone that takes drugs, right? Like, let's say the person does this one that they inject, or I don't know what you call it. And he's always inside the house dating a girl and together. Like she's never seen this guy done this before. So you can imagine the day that she's going to tell the girl this. If the girl truly loves the guy, I don't think that the girl would want to help him out of it, rather than.
Does he want help? That's the first thing. Most of them don't even want help. From the example you gave.
Now he's been doing this and he's been hiding it for a very long time. He's been hiding it from everybody, and eventually loves you or loves you, and felt the need to tell you. Don't you think that
you say one thing about junkies? I don't mind. 90% of them, even if they fall in love with someone, it's about addiction that you cannot control. Because I know I had friends say, I'll be like, yes, I know that they really love me, but when you beg them to live this life, they'll be like, I'm gonna see a clear stress. But like
some of them want to live it.
Some of them
don't know how.
Even when they reach out for help sometimes and they get this help, you see them, if they've not fully left, they still go back. So like I said, everything is maturity on both parties. Before you're telling somebody something, exactly, understand that person. You don't go and tell a junkie that, oh, you too, even as women, I don't even fancy women being junkies. Because if I can understand a man now doing drugs and the best,
why do you understand?
No, why I said so because
you understand me.
You know when women start doing something, they do it in excess. In fact, they tell you that more women smoke more than men in Nigeria. Because what one girl can smoke, I don't think like 3 men can smoke it if that girl is a committed junkie. Okay. Do you understand? Yeah. So I feel like understanding is everything. That's just for me.
All right. Heard what you said. I'll drop in the last question before we call it a wrap. What would be your thoughts if after all, say you've been in a relationship with your partner for about a good number of months,
4 years,
going into 2 years, and then you guys have grown this bond and you're so fond of yourself, and then the parents of your partner is approve
of the marriage
relationship.
Okay, relationship.
What would you do?
I will answer this one last.
You've invested emotions,
finances, time,
maybe your finance. You guys are like you're seeing a team to work with, which is hard. You are so compatible in all round, but the parents are not saying it, and they have disapproved
of the marriage,
of the relationship.
Not even
wanting it to go to marriage.
Why marriage enter my mouth? Which kind of problem is this?
The first thing, why are they
They should have their reason.
So obviously, we all know what African parents, they don't like this boy, or he's not from a wealthy family. He need
in a black head.
I believe, like you know, the 21st century.
Yeah.
I believe
parents have moved from that era.
I know that's still there, though. Definitely that's still there. That's still there. But majority of them
have moved.
They are no longer in that era. So you should be able to tell you why. And you now, as someone engaged in a relationship with someone, I don't know, most likely don't really when you love it. That's right. But to an extent, to know the kind of person the parents would accept or not. To an extent, I don't know everything.
This physicality at least.
Let's go to maybe let's say because you mentioned Ubuntu earlier, can we make Ubuntu for an start? Maybe I'm from Amboni. But I know, Anthony and the they have this kind of mistake. Because so you see, like, someone from Anthony and I are going to this, like, Anthony will be maybe mad. You know, you already know that your parents will disapprove, and you still went ahead.
You should be prepared for the future.
You should be prepared for what is to come. If you knew that you already know that your parents will disapprove of you, that means from the onset, you know that you fight them. So
from that time, start talking to them. That time,
make your mindset good. If you fight them, you fight them. If you don't fight them, so I believe you should know. That extent.
Whatever it has to do with, it has nothing to do with tradition or
okay, just personality.
It's just somebody you met in school.
You know, my parents should make a good reason. If you can't give me a good reason,
then
not your parents, our parents.
Our parents should give a good reason.
You know, sometimes it's very difficult when it comes from the female side, because the male, it's usually like,
I get it.
It's usually like the guy can probably have to do or dominate them because he's a man. But when it comes to the female,
the African tradition,
while you was there saying no, they don't go to find a man for you somewhere else.
For me, I would say, yes, women have that, actually comes mostly from the mother's side, because fathers don't usually have issues with their children, actually when you're able to take care of them and you look presentable to the public. Understand? But women do not want to be emotional about everything. It's emotional available, blah, 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 all those things. But I feel like we said earlier, parents have gone past that era. And that's why it's advisable. If you start dating somebody from the onset, let your parents know. So in case it is something that progresses, they would have already gotten fond of the person. It's not maybe just 2 months after he proposes, you just show up like, I've been dating this guy for 5 years, and I'm like, 5 years? How? I don't even know him. I've not heard of him before. I don't even know anything about him. And if you have a relationship for 5 years, I don't even know you're even dating. And you just come like, mommy, someone has engaged me. How is it possible? So you need to let your parents know, at least your friends or some very few family members that are jovial enough to understand you're in a relationship. But you saying parents being the reasons, I don't really think that we have that issue in Africa again. It's not really what it used to be before, when they'll say, hey, I want to marry this particular person. Exactly. They don't marry. But now you're seeing people, you're seeing Fulanis marrying our people too. And
people marry anyway.
People marry anyway. Just if the person is capable enough of taking care of you, you understand, both as a man and as a woman, you can take care of each other and you guys love each other. I think that's the priority for most parents. They let my child be happy.
Well, all right, that is, we call it a wrap for today's program. And I'm so happy that you're certainly enjoying yourself and you're learning as well. Before I drop the curtain close, right? You feel free to check us on all social media platforms at Tepoctv.
And YouTube.
Especially on YouTube, and of course on all social media platforms at Tepoctv Studios. I definitely dare you that you're going to love all the content that are there. My name is Elvis Vitalist, and of course, before, like I said, you join the content pro, I'd like to have your handle,
social media handle,
check you out.
Maybe single.
Ladies can also throw your shorts.
What about different application? Please send it to me.
This is another platform that gives
in case you want him, just text me.
Why should be text?
I have your katana. Why they do like this?
I don't understand.
And you have your katana.
No, we don't do that.
Finish my turn. I want you don't do that.
We don't. All right. Instagram on this official_FBS. Yeah, all right.
Facebook.
Facebook description. Like that. So I think
young.
Certainly going to be doing the content pros.
Young.
Once it will come, you'll be on the next edition.
Yes, so
Facts and
Rant. Yeah. Mwah.